You're listening to leadai.dev. Apple to integrate third-party AI tools into Siri with iOS 27. Apple's plan to allow third-party AI tools in Siri's upcoming iOS 27 is set to transform app development. What shipped? As reported by leadai.dev, Apple is preparing to release iOS 27, which will introduce significant enhancements to Siri's capabilities by enabling third-party AI tool integrations. This update will allow developers to utilize APIs that communicate directly with Siri, streamlining how AI solutions can be embedded into applications. Specific technical details include updated API endpoints that facilitate this integration and support for various AI functionalities, including natural language processing and machine learning tasks. Developers can expect a more flexible Siri environment, where functionalities such as voice recognition and predictive text can be enhanced through external AI tools. This capability brings Siri on par with competitors who have already integrated third-party solutions, thereby expanding the overall ecosystem. iOS 27 introduces new API endpoints for third-party AI tools. Siri's enhanced capabilities include support for natural language processing. Why this matters. This change primarily affects developers working within the Apple ecosystem, especially small to medium-sized teams focused on creating innovative applications. Teams that are currently limited by Siri's native functionalities will now have access to a wider range of AI capabilities, enabling them to enhance user experiences and streamline workflows. For example, teams running over 500 API calls per day can expect to see improved performance and reduced latency in user interactions. Previously, developers were constrained to using Siri's built-in features, which may not meet specific application needs. Now they can leverage third-party AI tools to create custom solutions. However, the downside is that integrating these tools may require additional development time and resources to ensure compatibility. Teams of 520 developers can create innovative apps leveraging new AI capabilities. Developers can now integrate custom AI solutions, enhancing Siri's functionalities. How to take advantage. If you're using Siri for app development, here's what to do. First, familiarize yourself with the new API documentation for iOS 27, which will be released within the next 30 days. Begin by conducting a compatibility assessment of your existing applications to identify areas where third-party AI tools can be integrated. You may need to update your development environment and libraries to support the new APIs. Once you have the necessary updates in place, start prototyping features that use third-party AI tools, focusing on functionalities that enhance user engagement and streamline processes. This proactive approach can lead to faster iterations and a more robust app by the time the iOS 27 update is publicly available. Review the iOS 27 API documentation upon release. Update your development environment to support new APIs. What to watch. As the rollout of iOS 27 progresses, developers should monitor for any limitations or bugs that arise from integrating third-party AI tools with Siri. It's crucial to test these integrations thoroughly to ensure that performance remains optimal. Apple typically rolls out major updates in phases, so expect a gradual release over the next few months. Keep an eye on community forums and Apple's developer resources for updates and troubleshooting tips. Being prepared for potential issues can save significant time during the integration process. Thank you for listening, leadai.dev. Watch for potential limitations during the initial rollout phase. Stay updated on community feedback regarding third-party integrations. Key takeaways. Developers can enhance app functionalities by integrating third-party AI tools into Siri. Teams running over 500 API calls daily can expect improved performance with the new updates. Invest time in understanding the new API documentation to facilitate smoother transitions. Market signals. Increase developer engagement. This move is likely to attract more developers to create innovative apps within the Apple ecosystem. What to do next? If your team is under 10 developers and plans to use Siri, start familiarizing with the new API this week. If you're currently using Siri without AI tools and handling over 500 API calls, consider migrating to iOS 27 upon release. If your application relies on existing Siri functionalities, begin planning for integration testing once the iOS 27 documentation is available. This has been leadai.dev. Stay building.